Have you ever keep using your phone even when you knew something was wrong with it? Maybe the battery suddenly drops, the phone gets unusually hot, or it starts taking forever to open an app. You notice something is off, but because it still works, you don't really think about it. You charge it, put it back in your pocket, and continue using it. See, we tend to wait until the screen goes completely black before admitting that something needs to be fixed. But when it comes to people, do we notice that warning signs before they reach their limit? I notice because, well, I was one of those people. I have struggled with depression since I was a kid. I spent years fighting with my own thoughts, isolating myself, and hurting myself when everything felt too overwhelming. There were times when I avoided people because I didn't know how to explain what was happening to me. Even something as simple as getting a drink could feel like too much work. Sometimes I couldn't even find a reason to get up. I was struggling long before I knew how to tell anyone that I was. According to UNICEF, young people continue to face stigma and limited access to mental health support. One reason this stigma is so difficult to break is that mental health does not leave a visible wound. When someone has a broken arm, we can see the cast and understand that they need help. But when someone is fighting depressions, there may be nothing on the outside that tell us they are struggling. For a long time, I was ashamed to admit that I had a mental illness. Now, I have no shame talking about it. I even overshare sometimes because I want people to see that mental health is nothing to hide. And that openness has made a difference. It encouraged some of my friends to seek professional help, and seeing them do better reminds me why these conversations matter. Fortunately, there is something positive about the way Gen Z talks about mental health today. Conversations about depressions, therapy, and emotional struggles have become more open, where young people are willing to talk about what they are going through, seek professional help, and support their friends. For Gen Z, talking about mental health is increasingly becoming a normal part of taking care of ourselves and the people around us. But awareness should not stop at talking, it should change the way we treat the people around us. So, how can we make mental health awareness part of our everyday lives? We can remember one simple word, and that is care. And it stands for C for check in. Notice when someone seems different and ask how they are really doing. A for accept. Take their feelings seriously instead of judging them or comparing their struggles to someone else's. R for reach out. Stay beside them even when you do not know exactly what to say. Sometimes simply being there can mean more than having the perfect words. E for encourage. When someone needs more help, then we can encourage them to seek professional support. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have to wait until someone completely breaks down to care about their mental health. Sometimes, the most important things we can do is simply notice when someone is struggling and make them feel safe enough to ask for help. Mental health should be something we can talk about openly, without shame or judgment. Seeking help should never be something we are embarrassed about, because at the end of the day, we may not be able to see what someone is going through, but we can choose to create a safe place where people feel heard, understood, and free from judgment. We can be the person who listens when someone finally decides to speak. As Robin Williams once said, everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind always. My name is Nabila Putri Octaviano from University of Lampung. Thank you.